Last week, the UN Human Rights Committee deemed the Australian government guilty of violating the human rights of Torres Strait Islander people. Why? Because of the government's lack of action on climate change. In 2019, these 8 people from the Torres Strait Islands, which are these islands up here, complained to the UN that they were losing their right to culture, to family, and to life because of the Australian government not acting on climate change. After the Torres Strait Islanders lodged this complaint, the Morrison government came back and said, "We're not guilty, but look, here's $25 million to go towards seawalls." And then the Torres Strait Islanders came back and said, "Yeah, seawalls do buy us time, but they don't stop the problem. We need you to cut emissions and stop digging up coal." And then the Australian government came back and said, "Well, you can't prove that we created climate change. It's a global issue." Then the UN Human Rights Committee considered both sides and after 3 years decided, actually, Australia, you're in the wrong here. So the UN ruling says that the Australian government needs to provide adequate compensation and, even more exciting, prevent similar violations in the future. So now we enter a new round of debates of, well, what does adequate compensation or meaningful conversation or prevention actually mean? And the thing is, the UN doesn't actually have the power to make Australia do anything except make Australia look really bad. So that's why it's important for people like you and me to stay invested in what happens next.